missed the broadcast, and the governor there explained a whole lot of things, some of the reasons why government took the decision taken so far, particularly the demolition of the hotels in Elemi. Now, I have some studio guests rather, and also I have joining me on of Proudest Home, one of the hotels in Eleme that was demolished by the order of the River State Government, Mr. Promise Boborobari. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
And thank you so much for staying with us, and thank you so much for joining us on Kotan.
Yes, good morning.
Very well. I want you to stay now. Let me just quickly introduce my other guests who are with us in the studio this morning. I have joining me, or also in the studio this morning, the lawmaker representing Eleme. Am I correct? Honorable. Yes, just come close to the microphone.
Honorable Igwe Afoji.
Honorable Igwe Afoji is joining us via telephone. And also the President General of GDR, of Grassroots Development Initiative Worldwide, am I correct? And Ikwere Local Government Chairman, Engineer Nwanosike. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for this opportunity.
Fantastic. Now, let me start with Mr. Promise Boborobari. Now, from what the governor said, there was a form of activity going on in your hotel and the hotel, and people were sent to evacuate the people. They were beaten up. Could you confirm that story to us?
Not in my hotel. The issue they had wasn't in the hotel. It was outside the hotel.
What happened outside the hotel?
Yeah, they said the youth leader of Leme and some other people, which I don't know them, had some misunderstanding and they had some fight. That's what I had. That's what they told me. I base in Lagos. I don't base in Port. That was what my manager told me.
All right. But are you aware of the activity of this said youth leader?
Do I?
Are you aware of the activity and the character of this said youth leader, whom you said?
I don't know him, so I don't know his activities and what he does.
But you're aware that this youth leader frequents your hotel.
Since I don't base there, it should be a customer. Push out customers of your hotel out.
Fantastic. Okay, what was your hotel in operation after the governor announced a lockdown? And again,
I instructed them from here to lock down the hotel, and the hotel was under lock and key.
Did you monitor that it was locked down?
Yes, I call every day to enforce that is being done. So, I will not fund the River State government laws, not for anything. I am an ardent supporter of Monkey. I know the little contribution I did when he was contesting. I think some people from my side can tell you, I based in Lagos, but I was at my home every day, struggling, fighting, contributing to his elections. And I will not see his laws and flaunt it.
Now, Mr. Promise, again, did you receive a prior information on what's going on in your hotel even before the hotel was demolished?
Do I know what was going on in the hotel?
Did you receive a prior information that some people had visited and they weren't comfortable with what was going on in your hotel? And did you make some entities before the hotel was demolished?
Nobody informed me about that. And the other part, ever since I started operating, they've not given me any ill or fatigue or effect. My only concern is if such happens or if anything happens, at least there was supposed to be a thorough investigation.
Okay.
Which I think the right thing to do. Then maybe I would look for a way from here to come down. I will sit down, what happened? How did it go?
Okay.
And then if governor wants to take any action, I'm not against his actions. If he can seal it, he can do whatever best. At least to this interest. That's just my concern. That's just my problem.
Mr. Borobari, thank you so much. I would just want you to stay on. Let me bring in Honorable Igwe Obeofoji. Igwe Ofoji is the member, River State House of Assembly constituency. Now, you heard the man, the owner of Protest Hotel. He said he's not aware of any clandestine activity in his hotel.
Okay. Good morning, Rivers people. Good morning, Nigerians. Shegu, thank you for having me here. Mr. Promise, my name is Honorable Igwe Afoji. I represent the very good people of Eleme in the Rivers State House of Assembly. And I would just like to ask you a few questions because what we
No, don't ask him questions. Just respond or make your statements.
no, he doesn't stay in Port Harcourt.
Okay, well.
What is the name of his manager? His manager should be speaking to Rivers people to ascertain that the hotel. Now, when you are speaking, let me just try to clear something for you, Mr. Promise. You know that Element local government is under River State. I know that there are securities around Element local government. There's a security officer of Element, which is the council chairman. And if your hotel is not open, there is no way the governor of River State will know from his government house or moving around River State. It has been the intelligence of security to inform the COVID-19 team that this particular hotel is open. You can't tell Rivers people today that if they were in front of your hotel and the hotel will be demolished. You're not painting the local government.
So you tell us what actually happened that before
the hotel. What happened in the hotel is that His Excellency called the traditional as council chairman and said we will be locking down Obiakpo and Port Harcourt.
Okay.
Now, for some reasons, hotels and everything around market be closed, so that they cannot sabotage the effort he's putting in place to solve this issue of COVID-19. So any chief, any local government chairman that opens market or hotel, it will not be easy because taking risk. So the council chairman has already put in place with His Excellency a COVID-19 team that has been going around. There are many hotels in Element, more than 1,000. So why will it be your hotel? So for some reasons, people were still in your hotel, either drinking or dancing. And in course of that, they beat up the COVID-19 team. It is very unfortunate it's happening in my local
governor. In his broadcast said the COVID-19 member said they do not even know instead that he has a head injury.
That is the issue. The issue was there was a lot of injuries afflicted on the COVID-19 team, and that is a direct insult to His Excellency. That is the executive governor of Rivers State for crying out loud. And the chief security officer of the state.
Is the governor acting because there was an insult to him, or because there is
okay, let me clear you. Eleme is around the oil and gas free zone. At the border, there is a seaport, and people come in from the seaport every day.
Okay.
So Eleme is key, and we are prone to this COVID-19. I wouldn't want to lose any life. I wouldn't want to lose even a constituent. So what His Excellency is doing is to ensure that we don't even lose life. Properties can go, but life you cannot retain.
So in other words, you are saying that the governor acted because there's a form of activity going on in Protest Hotel.
And it's dangerous for the constituents. It's dangerous for the people of Rivers State.
I also want us to look at the role of this PDP youth chairman, which is where I will bring in Honorable Samuel Nwanosike now. But before then, let me come to Mr. Promise. Mr. Promise, did your manager brief you of anything? You are not in Port Harcourt, you are based in Lagos. Did your manager say anything to you?
He said the only thing he told me that the hotel was under lock and key and that there was no operation.
Do you have camera in your hotel?
Do you have CCTV cameras? Good. So can we access some of the content of your CCTV camera before the lockdown? I mean, before that, have you checked it?
This is right there in
Honorable Fojigwe, have you seen the content of the CCTV?
I'm just telling you that the man that owns the hotel is not well informed of what happened. And it's very clear. That is why I'm saying that his manager should properly brief him, because nobody should paint the Excellency in the wrong direction.
This is even getting better because there's a CCTV camera. But the question is, has anyone seen the content of the CCTV camera at that period, whether activities was going on? Because what the governor said was that there was partying there. And
there was nothing like that.
You were not in town, so you wouldn't know.
Place was under lock and key.
All right, fantastic. Just so that, Mr. Promise, let me come here, Honorable Samuel Nwanosike. Another interesting angle to this is the fact that a PDP youth leader was alleged to have beaten up the state task force team, and this youth leader now has been declared wanted. Who is he?
First of all, let me say clearly, it's unfortunate that the owner of the hotel is ignorant of what is happening, and he doesn't live in this town, and so he can be forgiven because he'll be hearing from a secondary report. If he was on ground and he's privy to the security report against his hotel, in fact, the demolition of this place has now unveiled clearly that a very big solution has been created security-wise to the people who live and do business around the Leme community. Because if security agents will brief you more, and they will tell you that most of the criminal activities happening in that circle, most criminals that have been sought out for, we are hibernating in that hotel before now.
So what is the relationship with the demolition now?
Hold on, I'm coming. This particular youth leader, who is a PDP youth leader, the action he took was a flagrant disobedience to the executive order of the governor. And the governor said in his brokers, you heard him clearly, that in carrying out my activities as executive governor of Rivers State, no stone will be unturned. It's not going to be politically biased. It's not going to be ethnic bias or religious. I will treat all manner of men equally. Somebody would have said, oh, because he's a PDP youth leader, maybe he would have been called by the side to be cautioned. Governor Zeboye Sonwike is a very proactive and pragmatic man. He's interested in working for the people of Rivers State and setting the record and setting a standard that other leaders in the future will follow.
And again, even the owner of the hotel is telling us that he's even a supporter of the governor.
Good, fine. That's the governor does not give him the opportunity to go and break the law. We are trying to save our lives here. For crying out loud, I'm a local government chairman. I was in that meeting. The governor's view was that hold on. This is not an argument. This is not an argument section. Please, we just have to have clear report. And I'm saying this on live television, on live radio for people to listen. And security agents are hearing me. I am saying that we're in a meeting with His Excellency, local government chairman, including the local government chairman from Eleme and traditional rulers. I say, look, these measures is not taken to push anybody in Rivers State. People are migrating from various states who are already infected with these diseases, and they're heading towards our state. And we have reports and intelligence that, look, people are trying to compromise our borders and they will come in. They don't have homes when they come in. So, because they don't have homes when they come in, the places they want to go to are hotels. Yeah. So, what do? If you lock down Port Harcourt and Obiakpo, they will choose the hotels in the other smaller local government, including my local government, including local government. And the governor said, look, don't allow any hotel, bar, or restaurant open for this period.
I want the relationship of this particular youth leader who has been declared wanted now, because we need to know who this guy is. Tell us more about it. You are a PDP leader.
Good. The youth leader reports available to us was that the youth leader was hired by the manager of this hotel. As soon as the COVID-19 approached him, he put up a phone call to them. And the youth leader arrived there with a lot of talks, armed. And when they saw these COVID-19 marshals on lockdown, on their vest and ID card, in law, when once a governor swears somebody into an office, the governor has ceded his power, it is the governor that is standing there, because the governor can be everywhere. And so the youth leader is now a law of his own. While we have the governor in Government House in Port Harcourt, he is now a governor in Eleme. So he's the one that will protect a hotel and tell the hotel, go ahead, don't mind the governor's order. I will protect you. And that's what he's trying to do.
That's a PDP youth leader.
And that's a PDP youth leader. It's unfortunate. It doesn't matter.
Mr. Promise, you heard what Nwanosike and the lawmakers said, that look, your hotel has been operating using the covering of this PDP youth leader. What do you know about that?
And how did you clarify that? What proof do you have to that effect? If I may ask.
I have said, hold on, sir. Hold on. Don't say no. Don't say no. I am telling you, I said here to you.
To some of these things, it has been wise for the manager of the hotel to be there to attest to some of these things. Where are your evidence?
All right. You know what we're going to do, Mr. Promise? The youth leader is on the run now. But again, we will try to see if we can get some of the content of the CCTV. At least the CCTV would show to us. Because Honorable Foji Igwe was insisting. Honorable Foji Igwe is insisting.
Proper investigation into this matter.
If I may come in at this point, Honorable Foji Igwe is insisting that there was some form of activity going on in that hotel. And he said the CCTV camera will capture that. That, again, We need to
Good.
look at the content of the and security agencies are listed right now. They will be of 0809 751 3294 and 0902 333 9379. Now, this particular comment has generated so many comments on the social media, and even prominent Rivers people are speaking. One of those who spoke earlier, distinguished Senator Magnus Abbey. And in his write-up, distinguished Senator Magnus Abbey described what's going on as a dangerous scandal. And we'll be having join us, distinguished Senator Magnus Abbey. Distinguished Senator Magnus Abbey, good morning and thank you for joining us.
Yes, Shegun, good morning, and good morning to everybody.
Fantastic. Distinguished, in your reaction to some of the issues happening in Rivers, you described it as a dangerous scandal. And let me just quickly read some of the things you said. You said the demolition and auction of private property, the closure of all sources of survival for citizens of River State without due consideration for their means of sustenance in the name of battle against COVID-19 are draconian measures and prove counterproductive in the long run. Again, the governor in his broadcast this morning said, well, some of these issues, though very tough, they are not draconian because they are in line with the Executive Order 126. What do you have to say, Distinguished?
Shegun, I don't want to engage the government in an argument. I think we have made our position clear that if you're having a lockdown, it's not something that is unique to River State. It happened all over the world. There are provisions. The lockdown is a scientific response to a virus. The virus is not a human being. There are provisions and allowances you make so that citizens can survive, although it won't be very convenient for them. So I think by lifting the lockdown and allowing people to go out and get foodstuffs, some of those concerns are clearly being addressed. So I don't want to go into any needless argument. But the other thing I would like to say is that the demolition of private property or auctioning of private property and all that, these are extreme measures that will not be helpful. When I was in the government, when I was in the Senate, the then governor of River State, Rotimi Amechi, had given an order for the demolition of some private properties in River State. I think one hotel belonging to Honorable Igolo, who is from Che, and some other properties in the state. They had made all the arrangements to demolish them before I was informed. I immediately rushed down from Abuja and I met with the governor and we had a very, very bitter argument about it. But the end result is that I let him know that in the history of River State, no politician had demolished the property of another politician, and we should not be the first. Because of that intervention of myself and a few other well-meaning people around the government, that thing was dropped. So I think that some of the people around the government should also find courage sometimes to know that government is a collective endeavor, and that without the cooperation and support of the citizens, a lot of
your account is too low for this.
Oh, well, unfortunately, we will get back to distinguished Senator Magnus Abbey on that particular one. We'll get back to you. Yes, I think we still have him here. Distinguished, yes, go ahead, distinguished.
I said nobody should place any interest above the collective interest of all of us. And people should be ready to make sacrifices, including saying things that other people will not be comfortable with.
Distinguished, let me come in at this point. And the point I want to come in is the fact that the River State governor, while explaining the demolition of the hotel, said to Rivers people that the hotel was demolished because there were some thugs by the hotel. And right now we have with us Honorable Igwe Ofoji, who is the economic representative. And Honorable Igwe Ofoji also affirmed to the fact that, yes, indeed, some thugs were taking shelter in this. And not only that, officials of government, they were sent to ensure that the hotel, to enforce the order of the hotel, were beaten. Again, distinguished, do you think that? Thank you so much.
That's where I just draw the line. So
Thank
I
you
don't
so
want
much.
to go into any argument with
Fantastic.
anybody. But
Now,
I just think that is an extreme reaction.
Thank you so much, distinguished. We'll also be looking at some of the issues you raised in your comment. But thank you so much, distinguished Senator Magnus Abbey. We just need to allow you to go. We will go on a short break. Thank you so much. And we'll go on a short break. Honorable Samuel Nwanosike is still with us. Honorable Foji Igwe is still with us. We'll be taking on them immediately after this break. Stay with us.
Rhythm 93.7. We want to thank you, the DSTV family, for staying with us in these tough times. Because now we, DSTV is giving
93.7 Talk of the Town mandate, and of course we're looking at the demolition of the two buildings in LMA and other issues, particularly surrounding the COVID-19 in River State. And don't forget, we're live. Join us live, www.rhythm937.com/ph, on Twitter, hashtag Talk of the Town, on Facebook, Rhythm937ph, and 080975139294 and 0902-333-9379. Now, Honorable Engineer Samuel Nwanosike is still with us. He is the President General of GDI Worldwide and also Grassroots Development. Secretary General Grassroots Development Initiative, and we have Honorable Foji Igwe representing people of LMA. Now, Honorable Samuel Nwanosike, you had the reaction of Senator Magnus Abi, but apart from that, there are also some other reactions. A disturbing was one from a gentleman known as Ralph Wazirike, and Ralph Wazirike has threatened to take on the River State government and unleash terror on River State. Are you aware of that?
I saw the video, and I want to say clearly that Wazirike is a man that has gone into mental. I don't know how to say it in the health terms. It's a mental case now. Since he's been fragile on field, he has gone crazy. You understand? We know how he misled a lot of young men and women from the eastern part of this country to their early grave. We know how Ralph Wazirike has been using people's life as a gamble in looking for what to eat. Ralph Wazirike was only being called to come and do a yeoman's job through one man I know very well who is close to him, Barisu Chokoko, under the guise of...
Now, are you certain about
Hold
that?
on, I'm coming. I'm giving you an information. The information is there clearly. You can go and investigate. Uchokoko was Ralph Wazirike's lawyer in the days when he had crisis. So getting the contact or connect of what's happening, it is nothing strange to us in River State because we have seen the analysis. The other day, Dr. Obama was in your studio because he was sponsored.
He spoke on COVID-19.
Hold on, I'm coming now. And I called him.
Yes.
And I told you that he was in our medical team in the PDP during our campaign 2015. But he had to decamp from PDP because he wanted a federal appointment to APC. And all of a sudden, all the videos started popping up in social media. And today, he has gone to sit down one place. And we will know the reason why. Because they were trying to convince Shell not to hand over the testing kits to River State. So that one is gone. Now, what are they doing now? They are all in Lagos. Chiman Nokam is in Lagos. Daku Peter Side is in Lagos. Oyirinda Chris Amadi, they're in Lagos. These are men who are in Lagos who do not know how Rivers people are feeling. They have connected Ralph Wazirike to pay him to come and threaten Rivers. Listen, I am the chairman of Ikore local government. My name is Nwanosike Samuel Shegu. Hold on. I dare Ralph Wazirike to come to the border between Ikore and Imo State. You know, Marelu. He should come himself person and face me. Nwanosike is too big for him. Nwanosike is not in the level of Ralph Wazirike. Ralph Wazirike is a common criminal. He said he's threatening Rivers people. Rivers people are past that level. We are special people in Nigeria because we are the states that is producing the resources that this nation is running on. Nobody can threaten the boy in Sonwike. The boy in Sonwike, like I read this morning, that Femi Falana was saying that he's a land. You know, Femi Falana is a yeoman. We know his stance when he comes to the fact that Buhari didn't give him Attorney General, so he has gone crazy. I can tell you clearly, Shegun, whether you like me, you will allow me the opportunity or not. What the APC stocks are doing up there in Lagos, it should be a shame to them. This is an avenue. COVID-19 has created an avenue for them to come and synergize with the governor. Look at what Timi Principal did in Bayelsa. Timi Principal took foreign investors to Bayelsa State to assist the state government to help fight COVID-19 in Bayelsa. What have they offered in River State? Rather than using the same money they are supposed to pay to give to Rivers people to have palliative to help Rivers life. That for Wazirike is threatening Rivers people because it's sponsored by APC. Well, I will tell you here clearly. For Senator Magnus Abi, he made a comment. And I heard him clearly. When you asked him a question, he tried to navigate to dodge the question. But he has sent the message he wants to send. The truth of the matter is that everybody in Sonwike is not involved in political witch hunt. There's an executive order to fight COVID-19. And if the youth leader of PDP did not carry his talks to beat up men who were formerly inaugurated by state government to go and do the job for the state government. So are you saying that the governor will keep quiet? Who else will work for the governor? Can the governor do the job all alone? If he does not come up to defend those who are given authority by law to work for the people of River State, those who are risking their life in front line.
At this point, you see, Nwanosike, we brought the issue of Nwanosike because it is trending on the social media. The video is trending. But again, when you begin to link this to the APC, I don't understand the connect.
I have told you the connect. Uchokuku is the one propaganding, working everywhere in Nigeria today, saying that Amechi should be given opportunity to be president of Nigeria in 2023 because Ikwere is the minority group in Igbo land, because he claims he's the Secretary General of Ohanaeze Igbo, which has been disclaimed by the Ohanaeze Igbo people. Ikwere people are not Igbo people. We know where we are from. We are from Akalaka. We are from the Great Benin Empire. We don't have any such history. Right. You understand the point I'm making? But it is clear. Let me tell you, there is no political sentiment in the fight against COVID-19. Well, because he has no respect for any man. That's the truth. Now I want to ask you a question. I am asking you now, so ask them. El-Rufai, who is Amechi's best friend, who is a governor, today I read on the papers, has ordered the demolition of a public center in Kaduna because people were drinking and dancing there. So why are they not talking about it? Now, if a man says he has followed the due process, El-Rufai, has he followed the due process? Is that El-Rufai demolished buildings of political office holders during election campaign? And Magu Sabe will come and talk about it, and does it follow? Does it match? Has Wike withheld any politician upon not the insult and abuse they have abused him?
If I may come in, the reason why I brought in the issue of Ralph was because we felt it's unbecoming for any gentleman to try to call a governor names. And again, we also felt it is unbecoming for anyone to even threaten a whole state, threatening over 2 million people.
I have challenged Nwanosike. He said he's a leader, he's a militant leader. Me, I'm an elected local government chairman. My name is Nwanosike Samuel. I was a student union leader. I was a national student union leader in this country. Vice President of Nigerian Student Affairs, NANS. Zombie, 21 universities in Zombie elected me to represent them in NANS. I dare him, Nwanosike, to come into my own local government alone, not talk about River State. He doesn't know what River State means.
Let's just leave it at that.
We are warriors in River State.
We are not warriors. We are peaceful people.
We are warriors.
We are peaceful
We
people.
are warriors. That's why you can see in Africa, they call us walk in the house. Go to Canada, we have walk in new houses. Okay, that is what we are. We are not afraid of anybody.
We are peaceful people in River State. 0809-7513-294 and 0902-333-9379. I'm just going to take 2 calls in the first instance, and I'll come back to the studio speaking to my studio guest. Hello, good morning, and thank you for joining us. Hello, good morning. Ikena, good morning.
Getting angry. Please tell him not to get angry. We are not interested in whether he's angry or not. We want to discuss the issue. He has the right to get angry.
So, Ikena, go ahead and ask a question or make a comment.
That is one. True is that the argument the two gentlemen, the assemblyman and chairman are making against the owner of that hotel is that he doesn't stay in LMA. And because he doesn't stay in LMA, he doesn't know what's going on. But I know that my chairman does not stay in LMA. My chairman is in the someone. He doesn't stay in LMA. He stays in Port Harcourt. Honorable, the assemblyman does also not stay in LMA. He stays in Port Harcourt. Okay. So if the argument is that the other man, the owner stays in Lagos and doesn't know what's happening, how come they don't stay in LMA know what's happening?
All right.
To the three people, should my experience have brought people who stay in LMA who have grasp of the idea. That is one. Secondly, is that we are talking of the constitutionality of the action of the governor. We are not interested whether the governor gives threatening this and all of that. We are looking at the constitutionality.
Okay. Ikenda, I'm very sorry. Ikenda, I'm very sorry. Ikenda, I'm very sorry.
To do community, just for a minute, I'll be done. Now, she was asked to do community service. Even in Delta, every other state, they take people to court. Well, our argument is that the governor did not give these people a chance of fair hearing. And the directive of the governor cannot override the constitution of federal government of Nigeria.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Ikena, you've made a point. Now, I'm going to allow Igwe Ofoji to speak because you said Igwe Ofoji does not live in LMA. Actually, the reason why we invite him is because he has been speaking to us on that particular issue, and we believe he's representing the people of LMA, so we feel that we have, again, on the constitutionality, the governor in the broadcast this morning said all actions taken are within Executive Order 126. Now, it is for us to now challenge those executive order. And he said none of the content of the order have been challenged by any competent of court. Now, Honorable, do you stay in the LMA?
Okay, my brother, you need to get your facts very, very, very well before you come to studio to speak. I represent the very good people of LMA, and I also stay in LMA, and I have a house in LMA. and everybody knows that I represent them in the element. So if I don't give you first-hand information in the element, I don't see anyone that can give you such information.
All right, let me come back to the telephone. Sorry, because time is fast against us. We'll just take two other calls. Hello, good morning, and thank you for joining us. Talk of the town. Hello. Good morning, sir. Hello. All right, let's take another one. Hello, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us. This is Talk of the Town.
Hello, Shem, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Barrister Chizzy.
Barrister Chizzy, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Shem, let me align myself with the statement of the Assembly member representing the Lemon community that the demolition was not a happy one, meaning that the governor expressly was in error to have demolished the building, whether he likes it or not. I agree with the man when he was condoning the owner of the hotel, which means he also agreed that the demolition wasn't a matter because the governor has done himself to be both the enforcer in the long guard, in Africa, and every other thing. And so in that case, like there was something one of the cases that about Kemi Falana. Kemi Falana roots and he said that and I'm sure that issue will be discussed there. And I'm sure on the issue about
now just round it up quickly. We just need to take another one. Barrister Chizzy, fantastic. Barrister Chizzy, let's leave it at that because we need to allow other people. Now, Honorable.
My brother Chizzy, what I was saying is that the governor has taken an action, and he has also said in his broadcast that is in line with the laws. If you have a problem with that, you go challenge it in court. The issue of insulting and embarrassing yourselves on Facebook is not needed. What I was saying to the owner of the hotel is an unfortunate thing because he lost something, and that was not the intention of His Excellency. His Excellency is only acting upon the law that he believes it's within his ambit. And so, for me, as a man representing element, I will not also be happy that my people disobey the law and at the same time get the wrath of the law.
But again, you see,
so I did not say that the governor acted in error. No, the governor acted in line with the law, and that we are in support of what the governor has done because this disease does not even know PDP or APC. Those that are shouting against the governor today have not seen what the federal government is doing to Rivers State.
You see,
I've not noticed what's happening to Rivers State.
Something. You can have said, well, how constitutional is the action of the governor?
Challenge it in court if you have a problem with that. But you don't call the governor names. That we will not take. Challenge it in court. If you have a problem with the action of His Excellency, go to court. He's a lawyer. He's a man that was voted by Rivers people. And he's abreast with the law. And so you don't even know what has happened. We cannot come and start discussing security issues here.
Shagun, let me just say this. I was speaking the other time. They asked me what is the correlation between the APC and what is happening. What happened was Rike, Femi Falana, and all the rest of them. Let me also make it clear to Rivers people. Cheesy, the one that also calls in your studio that Barrister Cheesy. Oh no! I have to make this point. Barrister Cheesy is sponsored by Honorable Emmanuel Chinda, former Commissioner for Agri.
Let me say this.
Ikenda Elechi is an e-rat to Takuku Peter Sai, who is in Lagos. Now, I can tell you.
No.
I can tell you, Barrister Cheesy. I'm telling you that these are APC e-rats that sits down every day and call the government names. But there's no problem. The governor has no problem with that. It's part of democracy. They have the opportunity to make the statement they want to make. You might not agree with me, but Rivers will already know the truth. When Chris Feinberg speaks, we know where he's speaking from, and we know who is sponsoring them.
Barrister Cheesy is a regular caller on this show and calls on all of our shows.
That's what I'm telling you now. And I'm telling you that, okay, can we go and play back all the questions that he has called, all the calling he has been calling? What does it turn to?
Let's take this call. Hello, good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Ishebu.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, sir, my name is Inemet.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Good.
Because we just want to make a contribution to the ongoing discussion on today's program.
Yes, go ahead.
First and foremost, I've heard the owner of the hotel, Mr. Promise, said his hotel was under lock and key when these people went and then the governor demolished his hotel. The question is, if it was under lock and key as he claimed, where did the enemy leader attack Festus Imo. But when we talk about people were attacked, we are not talking about faceless persons.
Okay.
9 members of the enemy COVID-19 task force went to the hotel when they were having a party led by the first of Imo, and 9 of them, as we speak, 6 of them are being hospitalized. These things are something you can investigate. So it is not true that that hotel was under lock and key. And I hear the former senator, very respected distinguished senator Magnus Abe, talk about His Excellency demolition hotels and all that. And I know that Magnus Abe was secretary to River State government in this state when buildings and structures, including malls, went down in this state under urban renewal program. That one is not even a deadly, not as deadly as coronavirus. Just because someone wants to have reinstate whatever it is at that time, urban renewal. And you remember, Oshima Dina is still alive. At one point in this town was renamed Commissioner of Demolition. And this Excellency Nwanosike didn't just wake up in the morning to go to Elome and then decide to pull down a hotel. He consulted with his major stakeholder, the traditional rulers and local government chairman. He signed an executive order to this effect. So what else was anyone expecting him to do?
Okay.
I also heard Madrid say that he intervened when Obua and Igolo's hotel were to be demolished. Of course, he knows that that was purely a political matter. It has nothing to do with fighting any crime or whatever. And while I agree with him that he intervened, I also informed the general public that Obua and Igolo went to court to stop that illegal accusation and demolition. The late Chinwe Nwaaguma SAM of blessed memory was the one who handled this matter, and the court issued an injunction restraining River State government from demolishing Chris Royal Hotel and the Pentagon Hotel in Port Harcourt. So while I agree with him that he may have intervened, but the point I want to establish here is that before this administration, there have been demolition. Okay. People's properties and investments have been demolished when they are assumed to have contravened the laws of the land. So there is nothing new that this present administration has done, other than the fact that it is wicked. If it is Erufai that did it, I'm sure everybody will be clapping for him. If it is the Katsina State governor, they will be applauded. Let me also inform you that what Nwanosike told you about Nwanosike is very correct. We stand to be challenged. We are even calling Nwanosike to go to court. He's a common man. He was not the only Igbo man that was approached. The leadership of Igbo Youth Movement, IYM, were also approached. And some sectional leaders of IPOD were also approached. He told you all that they have been planning. They want to call a state of emergency in River State. No problem. This is not the first time. We are waiting. If it is the will of God, otherwise they will not go far. If you listen to Nwanosike and listen to Tim Onokam, you can understand where the music is coming from. Well, getting the rhythm very, very clearly. But I'll leave it at this.
Well, thank you so much, sir.
Whatever the things they are doing from Lagos and Abuja and the things that the world are not seeing. If human beings are not seeing, God is seeing them.
Right.
So let them go ahead. Well, it has nothing to do with COVID or no COVID. They are planning. Nwanosike told the world what they are planning. That they want to declare a state of emergency in River State. It's very clear. The message is very, very clear.
Thank you so much, sir.
So that is, they couldn't even hide themselves.
Thank you so much, sir. Emeka Oke is the Chief of Staff, Government House, Port Harcourt. Thank you so much. Of course, I saw the video, and a lot of Nigerians saw the video, and that's something I will react to. Well, JJ has been trying to call us. JJ, we apologize so much. But quickly, let me just take some comments online. It will be unfair to those who have been sending us comments. Comment Kelvin Oyeri said, ignorance of the law is no excuse. This is an executive order which the governor has warned people before now. Shegun are not in support of anybody, but this will serve a lesson to lawbreakers. And I have another one. Let's leave that. When you declare lockdown in Fag and Obiakpo, and you to the strategic position to Eleme and Ikwe local government area, why didn't the governor lock down Eleme as well? Well, that's a question. I hope we'll find time to put that again. And Chris Ndaku, to me, I take time listening to Honorable Samuel Nwanosike. I see nothing. Well, again, he speak. Well, let's just leave that alone. Share good morning. Good. Let's move up. And we have so many of them coming in. Okay. Well, let's just leave all of that. But we'll just begin to wrap it up now. I just hope I will take one more call. Hello, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us. Talk of the town.
Good morning.
Master Chimene.
My name is Master Chimene. Yes,
60 seconds. You have 60 seconds. Don't forget about greeting.
yes, Shegu, you see, Samuel Nwanosike may not be living in Eleme, but I think if he has an alibi, remember whether we like it or not, he's part of the security architecture in Rivers State. And there is another going on, even though Falana has his own position, he may not have the superior argument in law. But I think we must begin to, obey this order. As I speak to you, in Kaduna State, El-Rufai is busy demolishing assemblies of God now, as I speak to you. So I think let us just respect this. People are dying in their thousands in Taraba. For God's sake, there is an alibi against the youth president, youth chairman. He's a PDP man. So I think there is sincerity in the part of River State government.
All right, thank you so much. Barrister, let me leave you there. Let me just leave it. Let me quickly take on JJ. JJ has been trying all morning. JJ, you have 60 seconds.
Yeah, Shagun, good morning.
Yes,
Thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah.
I greet Nwanosike.
Thank you, my
Shagun,
brother.
I think we have a mix-up here. When they were demolishing that hotel, they said it was owned by the youth leader who was declared wanted. True or false? And now, everybody in the studio, including the chairman of Ikwere, the man representing the area, have agreed now that the hotel belongs to the person in Lagos. How do we reconcile this? Why not investigate very well to know that the hotel belongs to XYZ person before the demolition? That is one. Two, the claim by the owner may not be too terrible because people are into one or two sharp practices, and at the end of the day, the owner feels locked down, the person is still trying to do business, and the money can enter his pocket. That is possible. But conclusively, what did the law on the executive order 6 say that if anybody violates the law, what is the consequence?
All right,
Thank you very much. That's why we have the lawmaker there.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Now, we'll be looking at that, but again, Honorable Samuel Nwanosike, I'm going to give you 30 seconds, and Igbo for you 30 seconds. Yes.
First of all, let me say clearly and put the record straight. From what Rafa Wazirike said here clearly, we have seen that is a man that is trying to do a job that he was paid for. And I've said clearly, and I'm not shifting my ground on it. Rafa Wazirike, I am daring him as the chairman of Ikwere local government. He said he has people all over, that he has men all over, that he threatened Rochas Okorocha, and Rochas Okorocha ran away from him. Now, Ikwere local government chairman, Nwanosike Samuel, is asking him, come into Merelu. The border is there. I'm there. I'm working there. You should mobilize the people and come. Let's start from that point before we talk about Governor. Governor Wike is in government, so let's finish with him first before we talk about that. Then again, let me also say clearly, there is no misinformation about the ownership of the hotel and the incident that led to the declaration of the youth leader wanted. The youth leader was never mentioned that is the owner of the hotel. From day one, as press, you know the information that was put out by the state government, and before the decision was taken, the information that was put out. Now, to also say clearly, if we see a leader who has the political will to do the right thing, for posterity's sake, we should please applaud and support him. Ezebonye Wike has said, I will do this irrespective of what political party you belong to. This youth leader is a PDP man. Yeah. At least Ezebonye Wike would have said, oh, let's forgive him, he's our party man. He said, no scapegoat in this issue. I want to make sure the law is obeyed.
Thank you so much. Let's see that. Honorable Igwe for you. 30 seconds.
Okay,
30 seconds.
to Rivers people, I want to assure you people that Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike loves Rivers State and has passion for Rivers State. And there is no doubt he has shown that in different areas of leadership in this state. He's a man of loves peace, he's a man that loves his state, and he's an unrepentant Rivers man. Eleme, my own constituency, I want everybody to know, don't follow what you're hearing and seeing on the social media. The man on top of the job in Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, loves Eleme local government very well, and he's protecting our lives. And we have given him that knock to go ahead and do the work he's doing. We are supporting him.
Thank you so much.
Let me also say finally, for my brother Chiman Nokam that's in Lagos, the properties he's claiming he owns in Port Harcourt are not his properties. So he's a tenant to people's properties. So if he goes to violate the law, the owners of the property hold him responsible because the governor will not think twice in making sure that the law, the executive order is obeyed. I dare Chiman Nokam to ask any of his person to disobey the orders of Rivers State, and he will be taught a lesson of his life. I know who is Chiman Nokam. Chiman Nokam, a man that couldn't win election in assembly, a man that has no charisma of any kind, a common criminal working the streets of Port Harcourt who have business boys of the
show. It's unfortunate. Thank you so much. It's the end of the show. Now, coming on Thursday, we'll take time to look at the executive orders. What actually does this law say? You want to join us on Thursday? Good morning.